Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the monthly movie preview show for September 2016. This is the show where I'll run down all the movies that are coming to a theater near you in September. September sees the release of 14 major movies that we'll be talking about today. From the drama of Light Between Oceans, to comedies Bridget Jones' Baby and Masterminds, to animated films The Wildlife and Storks, the young adult adaptation of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, to reality-based films about Sully, Snowden, and the Deepwater Horizon disaster, and even a western in Magnificent Seven. There's something here for everyone this month. So let's get to it and take a closer look at what these movies are all about. Let's start with this Friday, September 2nd, which sees the release of Light Between Oceans and Morgan. First up is The Light Between Oceans. A couple who reside in an Australian lighthouse discover a baby in a boat along with a dead body. They decide to raise the child, a choice that leads to devastating consequences. The Light Between Oceans stars Michael Fassbender, Alicia Vikander, and Rachel Weisz. The movie is rated PG-13 for thematic material and some sexual content. Also opening September 2nd is Morgan. A corporate troubleshooter travels to a remote, top-secret location to investigate a bioengineered child that starts to become dangerous. Morgan stars Kate Mara, Anna Taylor-Joy, Toby Jones, Rose Leslie, Boyd Holbrook, Michelle Yeoh, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Paul Giamatti. It is rated R for brutal violence and some language. September 9th sees the release of The Disappointments Room, Sully, When the Bow Breaks, and The Wildlife. First up is The Disappointments Room. Strange events plague a woman, her husband, and her 5-year-old son after she discovers a secret room in their new home. The Disappointments Room stars Kate Beckinsale, Mel Rado, Gerald McRaney, and Lucas Till. The movie is rated R for violent content, bloody images, some sexuality, and language. Next, we have Sully. On January 15th, 2009, Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger tries to make an emergency landing in New York's Hudson River after U.S. Airways Flight 1549 strikes a flock of geese. Miraculously, all of the 155 passengers and crew survive the harrowing ordeal, and Sullenberger becomes a national hero in the eyes of the public and the media. Despite the accolades, the famed pilot now faces an investigation that threatens to destroy his career and reputation. Sully stars Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, and Laura Linney, and is directed by Clint Eastwood. It is rated PG-13 for some peril and brief, strong language. Also opening on September 9th is When the Bow Breaks. When a professional couple who are unable to conceive hire a young woman as a surrogate, she develops a psychotic fixation on the husband that turns violent. When the Bow Breaks stars Morris Chestnut, Regina Hall, and Jazz Sinclair. It is rated PG-13 for violence, sexuality/partial nudity, thematic elements, some disturbing images, and language. Finally opening September 9th is The Wildlife. Times are good for Mac the Parrot, Scrubby the Goat, Carmilla the Chameleon, and the rest of the wildlife that inhabit a tropical island. Their day-to-day routine gets shaken up when a mysterious creature washes up on shore. He's a sailor named Robinson Crusoe, and he's the only human survivor of a terrible storm that destroyed his ship. As the animals get to know their peculiar new guest, they find him to be a useful ally when two conniving cats try to seize control of their exotic paradise. The Wildlife is rated PG for mild action/peril and some rude humor. September 16th sees the release of Blair Witch, Bridget Jones' Baby, and Snowden. First up is Blair Witch. College students enter the Black Hills Forest in Maryland to see if the disappearance of James's sister is connected to the Blair Witch. As night falls, the students realize that the legend is all too real after they are visited by a menacing presence. Blair Witch is a continuation of the franchise that started back in 1999 with the Blair Witch Project and its sequel, Book of Shadows. It stars Corbin Reed, Wes Robinson, and Valerie Curry. The movie is rated R for language, terror, and some disturbing images. Next we have Bridget Jones' Baby. Breaking up with Mark Darcy leaves Bridget Jones over 40 and single again. Feeling that she has everything under control, Jones decides to focus on her career as a top news producer. Suddenly, her love life comes back from the dead when she meets a dashing and handsome American named Jack. Things couldn't be better until Bridget discovers that she's pregnant. Now the befuddled mom-to-be must figure out if the proud papa is Mark or Jack. Bridget Jones's Baby is the sequel to Bridget Jones's Diary and Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason. It once again stars Renee Zellweger as Bridget Jones and Colin Firth as Mark Darcy. They are joined by Patrick Dempsey and Emma Thompson. The film is rated R for language, sex references, and some nudity. The last film being released on September 16th is Snowden. Former CIA employee Edward Snowden leaks classified information to the media. Snowden is directed by acclaimed filmmaker Oliver Stone, who has also directed such films as Platoon, Wall Street, The Doors, JFK, and Natural Born Killers. It stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Shailene Woodley, Melissa Leo, Zachary Quinto, and Nicolas Cage. The movie is rated R for language and some sexuality/nudity. Moving on to September 23rd, which sees the release of The Magnificent Seven and Storks. First up, we have The Magnificent Seven. Desperate town people hire 7 mercenaries to battle a ruthless industrialist in the Old West. The Magnificent Seven is a reboot of the 1960 film of the same name, which in turn was an Old West-style remake of the Japanese film Seven Samurai by Akira Kurosawa. This latest adaptation stars Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and Ethan Hawke, among others. It is rated PG-13 for extended and intense sequences of Western violence, and for historical smoking, some language, and suggestive material. September 23rd also sees the release of the animated film Storks. A stork who delivers packages for a giant corporation lands in big trouble when he accidentally activates a machine which produces an adorable baby girl. Storks features the voice talent of Andy Samberg, Jennifer Aniston, Ty Burrell, Kelsey Grammer, and Key and Peele, among others. The movie is rated PG for mild action and some thematic elements. The end of September sees the release of Deepwater Horizon, Masterminds, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children on the 30th. First up is Deepwater Horizon. Disaster strikes in the Gulf of Mexico when a drilling rig explodes on April 20th, 2010, resulting in the biggest oil spill in U.S. history. Deepwater Horizon stars Mark Wahlberg, Dylan O'Brien, Kate Hudson, and Kurt Russell. It is rated PG-13 for prolonged, intense disaster sequences and disturbing images and brief, strong language. Next is Masterminds. David Gant is stuck in the monotony of driving an armored truck day in and day out, so when his work crush lures him into the heist of a lifetime, David is all in. Despite a pack of harebrained bandits and an absurdly flawed plan, David manages to steal $17 million and promptly hands it over to the gang, who just as promptly double-cross him. Forced to go on the lam, David must dodge the authorities and a hitman, and try to turn the tables on his untrustworthy comrades. Masterminds stars Zach Galifianakis, Owen Wilson, Kristen Wiig, and Jason Sudeikis, and is rated PG-13 for crude and sexual humor, some language, and violence. The last film to be released on September 30th is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. A teen discovers a secret refuge on an island where children have special powers and hidden enemies. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children is based on the young adult novel written by Ransom Riggs and is directed by Tim Burton. It stars Eva Green, Asia Butterfield, Allison Janney, Judi Dench, and Samuel L. Jackson. The film is rated PG-13 for intense sequences of fantasy, action/violence, and peril. Alright guys, that is the monthly movie preview show for September 2016. What do you think? What movies are you looking forward to seeing this month? Let me know, sound off in the comment section below. You guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Your support means more to me than you know. Please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here so you don't miss any of my videos. Also, a reminder that you can check out the website, Jeffito'sMovieBlog.com, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. All those links are down below in the description like always. I'll be back soon with more movie reviews. Until next time, I'll see you at the movies. Bye-bye.